The Green Bay Packers have been consistently good throughout the Matt LaFleur era. They really have. Last 5 years, 13, 9, 9, 11, and 9 wins. They've been a postseason contender every single season. LaFleur, 76 and 40 in his tenure with the Packers, but just 3 and 6 in the postseason. What do we expect for Green Bay in 2026? Is this a team that's likely to go over or under their season win number? Are they live to win the division? Let's talk about it. Teddy covers WagerTalk.com with the Green Bay Packers 2026 preview. And of course, we'll start by looking at the Packers' odds for this year. Season win total, 9.5. A little bit of juice to the over, not significant juice to the over. Green Bay to win the division in the NFC North. I'm seeing the Packers as the second choice. Lions favored to win the division. Green Bay second, Chicago third. And of course, Minnesota last for the NFC North, at least at the current odds. I record this as August arrives here in Las Vegas. Ted Sabransky, Teddy covers WagerTalk.com. And it's that time of the year where season wins matter a lot for this better. My season win report up and available right now. WT.buzz/TC. 105 and 56, 65% with my season wins over the last 25 years. I started doing the report. This hair was brown. Well, that was then. This is now. Still doing the report, and it's still being profitable. I get 105 and 56, 17 and 5 with the 5% big ticket reports. We'll talk about a way to get $50 off that win package later in the show. For Green Bay, obviously, LaFleur has been a real good regular season head coach. In the postseason, not so much. Offensive coordinator Adam Stenavich returns. Defense coordinator Jonathan Gannon comes over from Arizona, the former Cardinals head coach. Jeff Hafley is now the Miami Dolphins head coach. So they lost their DC to Miami, but brought in Gannon. Is certainly a solid defensive mind and a guy with previous head coaching experience. I'm not going to. Hafley was good at his job in Green Bay. Gannon will be fine. I don't view that as a downgrade at all for the Packers. It's been 3 years since Aaron Rodgers left. In those 3 years, Green Bay 29 and 21 and 1. They were a number 7 seed in the playoffs all 3 years. So right there, but unable to win divisions. And last year, the way things closed out for Green Bay, really a concern. They went 0-5 to close out the season. They blew an 18-point lead to the Bears in a playoff game, and that wasn't the only double-digit lead that they lost down the stretch. You know, they blew 3 double-digit leads late in the fourth quarter last year. Chicago twice and Cleveland. So it's a team, when it comes to the ability to win close games, the team chemistry standpoint piece of the equation. You know, Bears won all the close games last year. Packers lost all the close games last year. One team found ways to win. One team found ways to lose. And you don't necessarily expect that to carry over from one year to the next. But when a team that's rolling goes 0-5 down the stretch, blows 3 double-digit leads, blows an 18-point lead in the playoffs, you got to put some question marks about the team chemistry for that squad. You really do coming into the next year. It's a concern for me what happened last year for Green Bay. And, of course, this team has a really good offense. A year ago, number 6 in yards per pass attempt. And we would expect them to do it again. I mean, Jordan Love's a really good quarterback. Career high completion percentage last year, a 23-6 touchdown to interception ratio. I'm a Jordan Love believer. And the skill position talent is solid, if not spectacular. Josh Jacobs may not be the back that he once was, but he's still pretty good. Christian Watson, Jalen Reed. Last year's number 1, Matthew Golden, who's expected to shine this season, the tight end Tucker Kraft. They have plenty of skill position talent. But from an offensive line standpoint, and again, how teams do it has a lot to do with schedule, has a lot to do with trench play. And this offensive line has question marks, more than they have in recent years. You know, they have the number 1 pick from 2024, Jordan Morgan at left tackle. Aaron Banks in his second year of a $77 million contract, but he wasn't any good a year ago. It's an offensive line that in recent seasons has been solid. This year, I've got more questions about the Packers up front than I usually have. And that's something of concern for this better, especially because, again, we have a team that has some solid talent, but not a ton of quality depth on the offensive side of the football. And obviously, LaFleur is an offensive mind. If this team doesn't succeed offensively, they're not going to the postseason, not in this division. They're not going to. So for Green Bay to have the year they want to have, Jordan Love's got to be a star. The offensive line has to protect him. Before I talk about the defense, let's talk about SplashSports.com and their $21 million Survivor contest. I'm in it. Come beat me, please. By all means. That's real simple. Pick, survive, win $21 million. It is the biggest pro football survivor in history. It's a $1,000 entry fee. If you want, you can buy 150 entries. Knock yourself out. I got one. $1,000 to get in. If you're interested, it's available in 35 states, plus Canada. And it's not available in Nevada. What I do, you drive across the border to California, you sign up for the contest, you come back to Nevada, you play it all year. Drive across the border, sign up in Arizona, come back to Nevada, play all year. So you don't have to actually be in one of those 35 states or Canada to put your plays in every week, just to sign up in one of those 35 states. So again, it's available all across the country, all across North America. SplashSports.com/wager talk. Password wager talk, and you get your $100 back. You can use it in other contests. You can use it in quick picks. You can use it in prize picks or single game parlays. $100 back if you use that SplashSports.com/wager talk and then password wager talk if you like to get on board. And the coolest thing about this contest, they have a marketplace where you can cash out of your entry. You can buy into other people's entry. It's kind of a cool concept. I'm interested to see how it works. Check it out again. SplashSports.com/wager talk. Password wager talk to take advantage of this offer. So on the defensive side of the football, Micah Parsons coming off the ACL. That matters. If Parsons is healthy, he should be an impact player. The free agent acquisition, Jason Hargrave from Minnesota, he's pretty good. The number 3 draft choice, Chris McKellen at defensive tackle. This is a pretty good looking defensive line for Green Bay. Secondary looks solid. Second safety is loaded. Xavier McKinney's really good at Williams, Javon Bullard. Cornerback has lots of depth. I know they have a shutdown cornerback. Now, that's certainly a concern for me. And when you're talking about Jeff Hafley leaving, Gannon's a guy we like as a defense coordinator. But again, it's a new 3-4 scheme. I do expect some growing pains for Green Bay. And of course, Devontae Wyatt at 14 and a half sacks last year. He's coming off surgery. That is something of a concern if he can get that level of production from Wyatt this year. One of my biggest concerns about Green Bay, maybe my biggest concern, is the lack of depth. You know, the frontline talent for the Packers is really strong. But if injuries strike, the depth is a big problem. There's no depth on this team. And of course, when they go 0-5 down the stretch last year and blow all these leads, depth and chemistry, 2 concerns that I have legitimately about the Packers. Before I talk about their schedule, I do want to talk about this, my season win report. All right, 105, 56, and 3 over the last 25 years. First report came out in 2001. I still had brown hair then. Not anymore, guys. That's what happens 25 years in Vegas, betting the NFL. Your hair goes gray. But I've been doing this report literally since 2001. Over that time, 105, 56, and 3, 65%, 17 and 5 with the 5% big ticket reports. My 2026 NFL win report, part 1 is available right now. Part 2 comes after week 2 or week 3 of the preseason. Part 1 available right now, wagertalk.com, but don't buy it. Get my full season. The win report's $199. The full season is $599. That counts every play from the beginning of the preseason through the Super Bowl, the prop report for the Super Bowl. Every single play, all 5%, no bait and switch, no nonsense. We don't bullshit around at Wager Talk. We really don't. That's why we're the fastest growing company in this space. It's because our customer service is so good. We don't F people over. So you can get the entire season for $599. You can get the win report for $199. Take $50 off the full season package. Use promo code Teddy50 at checkout. Get the full season, $549, $50 off. Again, Teddy50 at checkout. We'll get you that $50 off. And that will also get you every single play from week 1 and of the preseason through the Super Bowl and the win report, all included, $549. Teddy50 at checkout. Check it out. Wagertalk.com or my homepage, www.buzz.tc. Schedule-wise, the NFC North has it relatively easy. They face the AFC East and the NFC South, neither of whom can be considered elite divisions. That also doesn't involve a lot of travel. They're not going to be flying back and forth across the country. So NFC North teams have it relatively easy schedule-wise this year, and that includes Green Bay. Their 3 extra games, not so easy. Dallas, the Rams, the Texans, all of whom were good last year, or at least 2 of the 3 were good last year. I expect all 3 to be at least decent this year. And that's a problem for Green Bay. I'm not bullish on the Packers. If I'm going to bet Green Bay win total, I'm going to bet it under the number. And again, when we talk about Green Bay right now, current line for the Packers, 9.5, the prevailing number. You can get plus money on that under if you shop around. And there are 10.5s out there as well, which may be the better bet. Will the Packers make my win report? Find out. Check it out, wt.buzz/TC to get on board. Again, now it's August. Time to get serious in the NFL. Don't wait till September before you do your prep. You're not. You're watching my video now. Thanks for watching. And boy, speaking of you guys, thanks for your support. The likes, the comments, the follows make all the difference. Wager Talk TV, worth following. And whether I'm right or wrong, tell me what you think. If I'm an idiot about Green Bay, if I'm smart around Green Bay, your opinion is welcome. If I'm playing the Packers, I'm playing them under their season win total. Thanks for watching. Best of luck. Appreciate the comments. And have yourself a great day. Stay tuned for more NFL team preview videos right here on Wager Talk TV.